happiness for me. 2020 brought love.
Hey guys, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to
The Sean and Michelle Show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're on point.
Yes.
And we're also best friends.
We are indeed best friends.
And we're welcoming you guys to be our best friends. So like, comment, and subscribe if y'all want to be our friends, because we all need friends.
We do all need friends. And here there's no judgment, and we like to have a good time, but we are never here for a long time.
Never here for a long time. But speaking of friends or whatever, we're going to talk about boyfriends. Y'all, because best friend got a boyfriend. Michelle, tell everybody it's in the face for me. It's the happiness for me. 2020 brought love. COVID. But it also brought love. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. This is my imaginary tea.
This your tea? Let's talk about 2020, okay? Because I don't think that it's fair to talk about relationships without talking about the journey. Mm-hmm. So... tries not to blush. First of all, 2020 has been a long year, okay?
It's a lot of avoidance, you know what I'm saying? Beating around the bush.
So y'all want the story or no? Because you're doing a lot of this, and I'm trying to do a lot of this, and you jumping out.
Y'all ready to hear about it?
Okay, so this whole year I've been minding my business, and Ree will tell you I have been very anti-relationship. Not really doing a lot of dating, not really focused on being in a relationship. Very much so, I wanted to spend this year getting myself together, and I think a lot of us did, just with everything that was happening. That was pre-pandemic. You know, you go into January and you're like, okay, these are the things I'm going to do. And honestly, y'all, my 2020 goal was to learn how to like me and love me. I know that sounds so simple, but if you know, you know. And so a lot of journaling, a lot of praying, therapy.
A lot of boundaries.
A lot of boundary setting.
Those are the boundaries for me.
And she don't like the boundaries when they apply to her.
Right. Okay. I'm going to let you go about your business.
And I obviously went through the motions. We were quarantined like everybody else. You know, that happened. And then I would say probably, this is very recent, guys. Maybe around August, September.
For me. All congealing together. Okay. Finish your story. I'm sorry, Miss Ree.
I was conversing with a longtime friend, okay, because everybody like, how you meet somebody in the pandemic? We have been friends for a very long time, and he is somebody that I really respect and care about, and trust, and that I really feel like knows me. And so, you know, it just happened that the stars were aligned and that it made sense, and we both were in a great place to want to start to grow something together. And so we actually became a official couple last month.
Officialness for me. You want to say how it was proclaimed? You know, he stood out with his chest bow claiming.
I'm gonna say this. If he wanted to, he would. Because if he wanted to, he would. And if
There's never been such a more like
relevant
term. If he wanted to, he would.
Yeah.
And he wanted to, so he did.
He wanted to, so he did. But I think a lot of things that I've learned through this process of like, you know, committing to someone and deciding that you want to move forward and build is like, sometimes Sean shared a post with me the other day about hurting your own feelings. And I think that I, for sure, am guilty in the past. Prior to this year, when I really took a step back to introspect, I was for sure guilty of like, okay, he said he didn't want to be in a relationship, but he calls me every day. He takes me on dates. He buys me gifts. You know, he wants all these things. But when I asked him about being in a relationship, he really just like, you know, why we got to put titles? I'm really focusing on me right now.
That's when that gray area slips from like a friendship to a situationship to an entanglement to an imaginationship.
And you start feeling like you're crazy and like, did this even ever make sense, or did this not, you know, completely make sense? And to be very transparent, the guy that I'm dating right now, I had that very same experience with him 2 years ago where you know, we had a great bond and we hit it off really good, but he was always very honest and upfront about the fact that he wasn't ready for a relationship. You know, he was very interested in me, and I think that a lot of times I took that and ran with it. And then, you know, in some ways they are the villain, but we do make them out to be a villain when we have to take a step back and really like realize how much of the picture we are painting,
right,
versus how much they are giving us,
right.
And I also like doing it that way because they don't care if you blame them. But like if we can take ownership and say, that was me, I did that, I went under that notion, I believe that, then we can change it and we can control it. And I think that that's also what's really important.
Or just continue to deny until you die and it's sin, it's his fault.
Yeah. And that's miserable because then you go into the next relationship and it's also his fault. It is just a downward spiral, and I'm not like speaking down on anybody. This is literally has been my life for the last 5 years. Literally
has been my life for my whole life. So but it's the glow for me. Get into it. It's the butterflies for me. It's the secret little me. Oh, that's you and your boyfriend talking. It's cute. It really is. And I'm happy for you. I really am.
It is very refreshing to
that
be
glow hit different.
This girl is so sickening. It is refreshing to be in a healthy, communicative, non-delusional, sober relationship where I feel like we are both on the same page and aligned. However, we lead individual lives. There isn't that level of codependency. And I remember like being in relationships where I felt like if this person left, like I might die. Like, how am I going to breathe? And it's great to have like a very healthy balance and know that like we are on the same page, we are communicating, but also like I've done a lot of the work inside of myself so that whatever happens, and I hope that all things are good, whatever happens, I'm okay. My faith is with God, my trust is with God, and that's who I lean on. So that's what I have to say about relationships. He is fine.
He's like a brother, y'all. So he is an attractive man. He's a great guy. He's a good guy. He a friend. So that's important. That's important. I like that aspect of it, you know, because we're all friends. So
yeah, it is good. And I think, I don't know if you guys or you have experienced like in the past when you've like met guys that may have been emotionally stable, may have not been, and like they say things like we should really get to know each other and become friends first, and you've heard that weaponized so many times that like you think that that's just like a delay or an excuse or a denial, but it really is great to be friends with somebody for a long time. And this is my first time experiencing that and like fully understanding, because the conversations are different. It's a different dynamic.
It hit different when it started off as a friendship.
100%.
I loved it.
Yes.
I love it. And it shares a beautiful aspect that you can, like a friendship can develop into something more. So then that's a great line with, can you have a male best friend? He was never her real best friend anyway, so let's start there. Okay. I know my place in life. All right. So
you have always been my best friend. Well, I hope that you guys have enjoyed talking to us today. What you need them to do?
I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Get it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Get it. Like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.